I just wanted to talk about my really practical idea on how we can end the gun crisis, all these mass shootings. I just watched the movie Judge Dredd. I want to see if you can see some of the influence here. I think we need to confiscate all the guns, especially if you live in a city or a suburb, because the people who are committing mass shootings live in tight knit areas. They're also mentally ill. And so instead of like checking if people are mentally ill before they buy a gun, we need to get guns out of the hands of people who already have them, who are also mentally ill. So if you have ever seen a psychiatrist or if a doctor has ever noted you as maybe having antisocial symptoms, or if a close friend has ever reported you for having antisocial behaviors, and we should implement like a tip line. If your neighbor has antisocial symptoms, then you need to call that in. And anyway, we don't need to send cops to collect guns. We don't need this to be voluntary. We need to send the army to do no knock warrants into people's houses to confiscate the guns because people aren't going to turn them in. They're just not going to do that. They feel like they have some right to just have guns. So I think the people we first need to target are the schizophrenics. We need to make sure that the army breaks into the house of schizophrenics and collects any gun. I'm talking tiny little, princess zappers, and also the ancient ratty grandpa's old hunting rifle, and of course, the Armalite 15. Anything like that, anything that rhymes with that, that needs to be our first priority. We need to do thermal imaging of people's homes to see if they have guns hidden, and then send the army to collect it. That's what I'm saying. Some army men will die. This is a war that we are waging against our own people to collect these guns, but we have to get them. The people can't have guns. Guns are evil. So we need to use our guns to break into people's houses and possibly kill them to collect them. That's all I'm saying. And we especially need to target our most vulnerable populations because they're the most likely to want to defend themselves. So we need to especially target mentally ill, minorities, people who are depressed, people who follow really dogmatic faiths, so like Catholics, Muslims, Southern Baptists. Those are the people we need to hit the hardest. Like if they believe in something, that's dangerous. The more you believe in something, the more likely you are to like value your beliefs more than other people's lives. So if you don't, like, that's inherently antisocial and they gotta go. And by go, I mean we gotta, do this thermal imaging gun collection thing. And if you don't comply, well, we'll see what happens when the army is in your house.